So my name is Stephanie, and I am the manager here at the Pacific Autism Family Network Spoke in the Fraser Valley. We have been open since January last year in 2020, and I've been here since. What's really cool is that the hub itself was made with autism in mind, so it's very sensory friendly for the children. Working with companies such as the DirectFood.store is a blessing. So these parents, they're going through a lot. It's quite expensive to have a child on the spectrum as well. There is autism funding. So the government does provide autism funding to these families. For a child under the age of 6, that looks like $22,000 a year. But from the age of 6 over, it's only $6,000 a year. But that money is only allowed to go towards therapists. There is a couple little things that you can do for your home. But these children, most of them have sensory issues. So you're talking about needing a custom food plan, or needing custom pillowcases, or needing to get specific clothing. That's an additional expense that isn't covered by government funding. These parents are exhausted emotionally, spiritually, financially. So working with companies such as the DirectFood.store, that allows them a little bit of a break when you have a little bit of a donation to break, breathe, and put the finances in priority order for the children. The spokes are a little different. We're a little bit smaller. We're in smaller communities. So as much as we want to be a one-stop shop, we do have service providers, of course. But we generate more on what does the community need and how can we give it to them. So we generate programs and services that the communities can use, and we help out families.
We had a lot of struggles at school, which was very unfair to him because the teachers would keep telling him to behave better, to be more quiet. Why can't you just be like the other kids? Why can't you just listen? And once we finally got the label, there was a lot more understanding and compassion. He was allowed to be himself a lot more. So Matthew is homeschooled, and before COVID, he really liked to go to the Pacific Autism Network Pokemon group.
When my 17-year-old son was younger, there was always a little bit of signs, but he was always more on the social side. We didn't get a diagnosis till he was 16. They always said, well, he might have autism, or this might be just his personality. Finally, we did have to finally say, no, this is not his personality, this is something more.
Since he was born, we kind of felt that he was definitely different. But yeah, from then I was just like, okay, we'll just help him grow, figure out what's going on, and go from there, sort of thing. And when he was 2 years old, he showed enough signs for us to be like, okay, we're wondering what's going on.
This is my son JR, he's 7. He does most of his therapy from home, as we haven't found the right school for him. Yes, you can have one when you're he was 2.5, and he's now 7, so he's diagnosed 2.5, yeah. Right? And then we've been put together with the Pacific Autism Network since he's been diagnosed.
We've been reading a lot of books and homeschool learning about local farming and how it's better to get food close to your community. They say people that have autism, their bodies may not detox as well as perhaps mine would. And we drive all over the place to get local milk and local meat. And you're creating a real win-win, because it's a win-win that you're helping the parents not have to drive around everywhere to find this food, but also helping the farmers. For the smaller ones, it might be harder for them to find people to buy their food.
My biggest thing that I say is we're the Pacific Autism Family Network, and our purpose is to make a big autism family within our community. So we do a lot of social work and a lot of social programs and social gatherings, kind of like support groups. We get parents connected with each other, we get kids connected with each other, and we just become one big place of support.